All right, welcome. Today, we're diving into a really chilling question that comes straight from the Cold War, but has huge implications for right now. Could a submarine actually launch its weapons after its crew is gone? I mean, think about that. It's the ultimate last resort, a real ghost in the machine scenario.
Okay, let's just get right into it. Really think about this question for a second. Could a submarine launch its nuclear missiles after its crew is dead? It sounds like something from a spy thriller, doesn't it? A ghost ship loaded with nukes trying to complete one last mission from the crushing depths of the ocean.
But as crazy as it sounds, this isn't just science fiction. The evidence for a system just like this, a kind of dead man switch for a nuke sub, actually comes from a very real, very tragic incident. It's a mystery that's been buried deep beneath the waves for years. So, to figure out how something like this is even possible, we need to go back, way back, right to the height of the Cold War. And we're going to look at the very mysterious sinking of a Soviet submarine, the K-129. This is our case study.
Okay, so here are the basic facts, the what we know part. In March of 1968, the K-129, which was a Soviet sub loaded with nuclear ballistic missiles, just vanished in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It sank, and it took all hands with it. And here's the thing. To this day, the official cause is still a mystery. You hear all kinds of theories. A battery explosion, maybe a collision with a U.S. sub, but no one knows for sure.
But here's where the story takes a turn. The most startling part isn't why it sank. Nope. The story we're digging into today is what the evidence suggests happened in those chaotic, final moments while it was going down.
And that evidence, which was recovered from the wreckage deep on the ocean floor, it paints a pretty disturbing picture. It all points to the existence of a fully automated last resort system.
Okay, let's walk through this timeline because this is where it gets really wild. At minute zero, there's a catastrophic hull breach, a fatal blow. Now, the analysis suggests that within a single minute, the crew is likely incapacitated or killed. But look what happens next. After the crew is gone, at minutes 2 and 3, there are signs of ignition inside the missile silos.
So, let that sink in. The crucial takeaway here is this. The evidence all points to the conclusion that the submarine's own programmed launch control system was trying to fire its missiles. And it was doing this without any human intervention. The ghost in the machine was actually trying to carry out its final, deadly command.
So, let's break down exactly how a system like this so-called dead man launch sequence, would actually work. It's a terrifyingly simple three-step process. First, the sub suffers catastrophic damage. A massive fit, a hull breach. Second, the crew is neutralized. They're killed or incapacitated almost instantly, so they're out of the equation. And then third, the system itself takes over. The automated launch control kicks in and tries to fire its missiles. It's a system designed to guarantee retaliation absolutely no matter what.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, that's a fascinating but old story from the Cold War. But this isn't just a history lesson. The technology that was only hinted at in the K-129 wreckage has evolved. It's now a very modern and very real capability.
A really key part of this whole evolution is a design feature called double hull construction. Think of it like this. Instead of having just one skin, a submarine with a double hull has two. There's an outer hull and then a separate internal pressure hull. That gap between them, it acts like armor. It dramatically increases the sub's ability to survive damage, making it incredibly tough.
And this comparison here really lays it all out. On the left, you have the K-129 back in 1968. It had a suspected automated launch capability and a pretty vulnerable single-hull design. Now look to the right at modern Russian submarines. We're talking confirmed autonomous systems, plus that specialized double-hull construction we just talked about. These things are designed for robust survivability. They are built from the keel up to take a massive punch and still fire their weapons. So the conclusion from all this is pretty clear, and it's stark. What was once just a suspected, almost theoretical dead man switch on a doomed Cold War submarine has now become a core design principle. Modern Russian platforms are specifically engineered to fire their nuclear payloads even after they've sustained catastrophic battle damage. These are weapon systems designed to guarantee retaliation, even when the submarine is mortally wounded and the crew is gone.
And that leaves us with a deeply, deeply unsettling question. If conventional weapons aren't enough to do the job, if a submarine is designed to be so robust that it can launch its weapons even after it's been destroyed, how exactly do you stop a ghost? How do you stop a weapon that's been designed from the very beginning to fight back from beyond the grave?